baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Baby, it's the everything for me, for me, oh, for me. 'Cause baby, it's the everything.
Okay, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 1. Welcome back to all our listeners. If you're only joining us now, well, you're in luck. It is finally that time. Remember how I said yesterday and earlier on in the show that we are having guests, and I'm sure you're already wondering when are these guests coming, but they are here. The wait is over. Our guests of honor in the house, and I'm super excited to share their inspiring entrepreneurial journeys with you guys on our very own Midday Mellow family. Now, who are our IP who are our VIPs for the day? Here with me we have the power couple, and that is a direct quote from Ella magazine. On my right we have Miss V, aka Auntie Valerie. How are you?
I'm fabulous. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. And then on my left we have Miss Della here. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, everybody's good. So guys, let us start and not waste any more time. So, as I've already mentioned, you guys featured in a magazine article, right? And I'm sure you're very excited about that. I actually watched your live yesterday on TikTok. And you yeah, I have to, keep up with the times. How you guys shared that you featured in the magazine, and you're super excited, guys. People were like literally out of this world, but it was fun to watch. So I read the magazine article, and it says you guys are a power couple. Why would you say that that is true? What makes you a power couple?
Go ahead and answer. um, you know, individually we bring 100% into our craft,
Yeah.
and as individuals, and as partners in a relationship. So now when we come together, it's 100 and 100. It's not 50-50.
Yes.
And then you get to 100, and then you're always powering up.
Yeah.
So that's how we identify as a power couple, because we always looking for opportunities to be more powerful. We are a brand individually, and then
Yes.
together, DNV is a brand
Yeah.
as well. So I think, yeah, as you interview us,
Yeah. You
we'll
will
get,
hear more.
yeah.
Okay. Would I be lying if I say that as much as you guys do love business, you also have a thing for family, right? So where does this family-driven love come from? Or how would you best explain that to me and our listeners, of course?
You wanna take that?
No.
Okay. You know what? I grew up in a family that never represented marriage as something that works, or a unit,
Yeah.
of your typical mom, daddy,
Yeah.
kids, white picket fence and all of that.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to have that. No matter what, it doesn't matter if you are 2, 3, or 10. I've always been family orientated, and I would watch people, in their homes, that are going home, picking them up, and I'm feeling like, oh my God, I wish I had that. And then the only way for me to have that, to make that wish to come true, is for me to make it, myself,
Create your own.
to create it, and then make my wish come true. So that's how I'm just in love with the thought of a family.
Yeah, just to add on to that, with me it was the opposite. So I was raised in, a mom, dad kind of situation, married, love each other, and I've always said I want like that kind of a relationship. That's how the way I saw my parents' relationship, that's what I wanted for myself. And I think that's what's currently happening. Yeah.
So you basically looked up to them and like, I want that one day.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. When did you guys decide to venture into business together, and what is the first project that you did as a couple?
wow, I think it was the most natural thing.
Like it just happened. It was almost instant. Like
yeah, it's like we're talking about. So what do you do? You know, I do this, I do that, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna support you, and then she was like, I'm gonna support you, and then we like supporting each other, and then here and there we'll be like, okay, let's do this together. What do you think about this? And then instead of just taking credit for a project, we're like, okay, we're doing this together, and then that's how it just fell into place.
Yeah. Like it was not spoken about. It just
so it was never like a discussion, like you had to sit down and like have a meeting.
No, not really. You know, it's whenever she has an event, I'm going there and we're like, okay, this is how we're gonna how we're gonna do this, what time are we getting there. By nature, I'm an administrator. By nature, I'm very organized and I'm very focused. And then my love on the other side, she just goes with the flow. Everything just goes. So I'm that administrator or the project manager of
the one
everything.
with the plan.
Yeah. So, and then informally it became formally.
Cool. Okay. So was there a specific event or a specific like time where like the first thing that you guys did together? What was it?
We have not done anything joint.
Okay.
Like V and D
together. Yeah.
We are we're actually discussing that we need to launch, like we should do something joint. But what we do mostly is when I have gigs or if she has gigs, like she's at my gigs, I'm at her gigs.
Okay. That's what, cool. Yeah. The support system is there, which is great. There are a lot of people that they're in a relationship, but the one is going that way and the other one is going that way. So it's beautiful to see that you guys are like a unit. Everything that you do, apart from just the relationship side of things, the business side of things is healthy as well. You are growing each other, for each other, which is beautiful to me personally. I also read that you guys are successful entrepreneurs. And before I get to you, Miss Della, tell us a little bit about Della Foods.
So Della Foods is a brand, right? I am a private chef. I'm a private chef. I'm a caterer. I'm a mixologist. I'm everything hospitality related.
Okay.
I think I've been at it for like 6 to 7 years now.
Wow.
I've always wanted to do my own thing. I've never really been the kind to want to work for someone else.
Okay.
So hence I became a private chef, because this whole thing of waitressing and being a chef at some restaurant was just not for me.
Having a boss. Yeah. Okay. So I hear you saying you're a private chef for households too. And you have a mobile bar. I also read that. So how does it work? Do I, like, as the client, say I want you to come and prepare a meal and then I give you a menu, or do you come with your own? I don't know.
It can be vice versa.
Either way.
Yeah. But I come into your own home and I create food for you in your own kitchen, in the comfort of your own space.
Okay. Yeah. So that's cool. And then what is for I'm asking for a friend, for those asking for a friend, what is a mixologist? So what does that entail?
Someone who does cocktails, really, like mixing drinks.
Okay. Yeah. Did you hear, a friend? Okay.
A bartender. A bartender that deals with cocktails.
A glorified bartender. Yes, it's the one who specializes.
Yes,
okay, cool. I see we bringing out the labels. Excuse us. Okay, guys. That is sure. It's inspiring to hear. Like I said earlier, a story of two people who are in a relationship, not just relationshiping. They are also like building each other, creating businesses. You say you support her when she does something, you support her when she does something, and I think that is sure a beautiful thing. So okay, just out of curiosity, and again I'm asking for a friend, you guys saying you want to venture into something together, right? You want to start a business together. How does your relationship handle the pressure of, because come on, let's say it as it is. business comes with a lot of conflict. Business comes with a lot of formalities. Business comes with a lot of stress. I might be one person in my relationship, but a different person when I'm at work. So how do you guys think you will handle being in a business together?
I think with us, we are so different, yet we want the same thing.
Okay.
So our characters complement each other. We complement each other character wise. Because as I said, I'm an administrator. I'm very by the book.
Okay.
I'm very organized.
Yeah.
Whereas with my partner here, she would be like in the middle of the night, baby, I was thinking, we should do it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I also want that. And then
spontaneous.
Then when I wake up, when I get time, then I jot everything down.
Yes.
Then I put it in a
So you have a diary and you're like, point 1, point 2,
and then I write it down. This is what we want to do. For us to get there, we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
And she'll be like, okay, what do you want me to do?
And I just
she's just like,
And then after that, typically when she goes to a show, I make sure that everything is organized in time. Yes. Although I make us late when we were together.
I saw talking about being late just for fun's sake, and it has nothing to do with the interview. But as I was watching the TikTok video, she's like, yeah, baby's busy with her face, which takes hours.
That's the only thing that makes us late. Her face. No, she dips.
Yeah.
And she goes out. I take a bath.
Yes, you take your time. A girl's gotta know. I get you. You can't just go. And I mean, look how beautiful you look. It takes time. It's not just you just hop out.
But but then in terms of organizing for an event, yes, I'm very strict.
Yes.
I'm very strict. Yes. I will tell her we don't do
5 + 5 is 5 + 5.
We sleep at this time so that we wake up fresh.
Yes.
And I'm that person. By this time you must do this. I even have 100 alarms going off with noise. You're supposed to do this.
Yes.
Supposed to do this.
The alarm says wake up, eat.
Yes. It's like my alarms.
Yes.
Like that.
No, I totally get you, because I am that kind of a person as well. I don't like mess. I don't like not knowing what's next. As you see, I have a schedule here of everything, and then I'm like, okay, 10 past 4, we are going into magazine. Okay, and then 5 past, and then 5 past must be 5 past, guys. Let's not 6 past is not 5 past. We're already a minute late, and that ruins my whole schedule. So I get you in that, and planning is everything. Planning, make sure you get things done in the amount of time that you want to get things done. It gets you to where you're going faster. Running around like a headless chicken.
I get frustrated.
No, I can't. Sure, it's crazy because my mom is somebody who is very indecisive. She just now, I feel like going to Limpopo. Okay, let's go. Then we go. It ruins, like, what if I had plans? What if I had something to do? So I don't necessarily agree with her way of living in terms of that. But organization is everything. And in terms, if we're talking business needs a lot of planning. Business needs a lot of, let's sit down and iron it out. We can't just say, yeah, tomorrow we're going to whoever's house, and then you just go. No, you must plan. How are we going to get there? What are we going to wear? Time. So
she'll be like, but we'll figure it out. I'm like, I don't like that.
I don't like figuring it out.
I don't figure out anything.
I plan. Yes, I make sure we call, we set an appointment, we everything by the book. So I totally get you. I wish you guys luck in your joint whatever. I'll be sure to be the first one to whatever it is.
Because what can I say? Already, with whatever we're doing, we already have our roles. She has her roles in my business.
Yes.
Also, I have my role
in hers. Yeah.
It's just that now we, even as a brand together, we are 2 individual people coming together to do something bigger than what we are individually.
Yeah.
So even if when we come together, do not expect to see, a bottle that says DNV.
Yeah.
You know, it can be a DNV present Dela Foods. DNV presents 50 Shades of Pink by you know, it's that kind of a venture that we're gonna go, because we do not want to lose our individuality, because we complement each other so beautifully.
Yeah. A lot of, like, relationship wise, a lot of people, when they get into a relationship, you start to become the other person, and then you're now one thing. And I don't think anyone wants to date themselves. You know what I mean? So there's a reason why you are two individuals with two totally different ways of living, and then you come together and, like, sort of try and make it work, you know. So that's a beautiful thing. As for Dela Foods, did you always want to be a chef, or was it something that you picked up along the way?
Long story short, my mom is the cause of this. Anyway, I wanted to be a graphic designer.
Okay.
I did art in high school and
can't draw to save my life.
So when it was time for varsity, I always took everything lightly. I didn't apply on time and all that stuff. So by the time I wanted to go study graphic designing, it was late, like all the institution and stuff like that. And my mom woke up one morning and she was like, "I'm not gonna have a child who's gonna take a gap year, because you're not gonna
sit and do nothing."
So she went to enroll me in any course they had available, and it was hospitality. And then she came back and she's like, "But you did consumer studies in high school, so you know some a thing or two about food." I've always known how to cook, so I didn't go to varsity to
learn how to cook.
I just went to perfect my craft.
Okay.
So the first 3 months was very hectic because I didn't like it at all. I was like, oh my god,
what am I doing here?
Onion? Like, why do I need to know how to make a post?
And some things when you're studying, it's like, what am I gonna do with this information? Like, what is this?
Why is this so technical?
Exactly.
I don't even like bread. But then again, passion, because it was not optional.
Yeah.
I came home and I complained every day. She was like, "Oh, Roya school.
Born, you gonna go.
You will go to school." And then I had to learn to like it. And then I do so much passion for it. Like, it was,
So thank you, Mama. We love you.
Well.
Big ups to you, gal. Okay, so now we're going to go for an ad break, and I know you guys are enjoying the show as much as I am, but we gotta pay some bills. So after the ads, we will be continuing getting a bit more info on Ms. V and how she became the person that she is, and her road to writing, basically. I'm me again, Fisser, here with Auntie Valerie and Miss Della, and we'll be right back. Okay, how are we feeling? Good. Okay. Good. All right. Turn off the lights. Oh. We got you. And I've played these things so many times that I know them off by heart.
I was listening this week. I was
here and there,
and then it gets me every time because I'm like,
exactly. Sure. Okay, after this ad, I'm gonna play the show jingle, and then we're going back. Time is flying.
Time is flying.
Calm down. Welcome back. It is me, your girl, me again, Fisser, here with Auntie Val and Miss Della here from Della Foods. And if you haven't been tuning in, you missed out on a lot, but it's fine. Anyway, moving right along. Auntie, I see on your website that you didn't start your career as a writer. You actually have been through quite a few industries. We have motivational speaking, even radio, and so much more. Take us through your journey before becoming a writer.
Okay. I've never dreamed of even being a writer. It was just never in
your plan.
So to say.
Yeah.
What happened is I started off just advising friends. They will come to me about relationship. I discovered Facebook, and then I would see if I hear somebody going through something, and then I will comment. So my comments somehow made more sense. And then I had my own page, and then that's where I would take a snippet of whatever's happening, and then I would, elaborate on whatever they were talking about. And then somebody once said, was like, okay, why don't you write these things down? And I'm like, I have that. And I literally, my Facebook literally took anything motivational that I've posted within 2 years on my page, and I put it into a book.
Sure.
That's where my book started. And then after I put it together, I was like, okay, that was not so painful.
That wasn't so bad.
It wasn't. Let me elaborate on it. My second book, its point of view, my perspective elaborated. So it became thicker. And I was like, okay, I think I kind of like this.
Okay.
And
maybe.
then I was like, And then, within a year, there were 5 books.
Sure.
From just one maybe to 5,
to
all
5,
of them, in all, there were 5 books. All of them, they're talking about self-love, self-growth, relationships, love, and family. So that's how I got to writing books. And then, writing books and motivational speaking, they
hand in hand.
Yeah, they go hand in hand. It's an easy transition. But then if you are simply not an author, you are not. You get people who are good storytellers, but then they cannot write. They need somebody who can write, and you get people who are good writers,
but they have no stories exactly
to create a story. So I was fortunate enough. I was very blessed to
have both.
To have both, and then I can stand on stage or I can sit down and write. So that's how I became an author.
Okay, and take us through your radio journey, because I see you have a background in radio. Trying to steal my shine, but it's okay.
Even today I'm using my radio voice.
Ooh, the gal. I hear, and I like that thing, something. Yeah.
With radio, it was so funny. I was actually, somebody read that I'm an author, and then I was hosting an event, and they were very interested in it, and then they were like, "Would you like an interview?" I was like, "What? You don't have to ask me twice. I'm there.
What you
I'll be camping outside waiting for you." Then I went for my interview, and somebody else in the radio station listened to the interview, and then they were like, "Nah, girl, you got like 15 minutes. I want to give you an hour." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" Then I came.
Yeah.
And then it was a Sunday show. I think it was kind of dying.
Yeah.
And then listeners came through with questions, being interested in everything.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden they were like, "When is she coming back?"
Yeah.
And I was like, only if they invite me. I can come anytime. It's not like I have anything better to do. And then I was just saying that, because you're on radio and you're going with the flow. And the next thing, after 2 weeks, I get a call like, would you mind like being a feature? Your dear sis Dolly. Only the older generation will understand what I'm talking about. And then
I have no idea, but okay.
It's like the old Twitter.
Oh. Okay, tell me about Twitter. Then we understand each other. Yeah.
Then I came. The deal was that I come twice a month.
Okay.
And then I do a feature where it's like Ask Me, conversations with Real Talk with Miss Lee. And then after the first one, people just being exposed to me, they were like, "Nah, she must come next week." Then something that went from I was supposed to come twice a week, I ended up coming every
day.
week.
Sure.
And then after a while, I had my own show.
Sure.
My own 3-hour show, and I didn't even know what to do. No producer, no training,
no nothing.
No
they just
passion.
dropped you in there like
because I love talking. I was like, as long as you're gonna allow me to talk,
that's fine.
The kind of music
that you want,
And they were like, yeah, do that.
Whatever you want, it's fine.
Whatever you want, as long as we're getting the listeners. And I was like, okay, cool. That's how I got into radio.
Yeah. Sure, that's nice. Love it for you, girl. How does it feel to be God's favorite? They just plucked you in. They were like, do this thing. We want you. Do that.
Like, I never really had, even with the writing, it's like, someone's like, no, do it. And I just did it. It happened. Some people work extra hard to find their calling. And my calling is calling me. That's how I'm feeling. And then I'm just blessed. I'm super blessed when it comes to that. cannot complain. How dare I?
I mean,
God's favorite
Braji is listening, so you gotta pick your words wisely, Miss Ma'am. But yeah, man, that's sure, that's a beautiful thing. It's lovely to not want to do something or not even think of doing something, and then you're there by chance and you actually find out, oh, I actually like this thing, you know. It's nice. Okay. And when did you realize, okay, you've already said that here I am being an amateur. Wow. um what is your writing process? Where do you get your ideas? Like, take us through the process of you sitting there and saying, okay, let's put this.
You know, the crazy thing, after I've written the first book, there's so many. When I did my cover, I had to choose a title.
Yeah.
And I was like, point of view, my perspective. And I remember looking for somebody to do a cover for me. And I was looking at this, I will not mention names. It's one of the famous graphic
Not saying any
designers.
names.
Yeah.
But then, you know who you are.
And then he was like, girl, I think you must rethink your title. It is not making sense. I need my titles. Look at my titles. And then he mentioned all the titles. Like, if I do this for you, please don't tell people I did it for you because this name is not making sense. And I was like,
the ghetto.
Okay.
It's
and
giving
then, like,
sir,
like he like did big books, and I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, no, I'm not backing down. This is me. This is how. So
it makes sense to me.
It makes
so
sense
it's
to
fine.
me, and this is what I want to communicate. And then when I sit down and explain to people why the series is called My Perspective, is because all of us, we know about love. All of us are going through Mjolo Fontaine. All of us are relationshiping. All of us are, you know, and then all of us have family issues, you know, and some of them, they're not really issues, it's just trying to figure yourself out. And then all of us are always looking for that platform or that guidance to become the best version of ourselves. So I only talk about things that are life related. It's motivational, inspirational type of a setup with my books. So my point of view, my perspective, it's me talking about everything that you're going through, everything that you've went through, but then now I'm giving you my perspective about these topics.
So basically, like, your opinion, it's what you think. You're not imposing anything onto anyone. You're not saying you should think like this. It's how you feel, and really, you take it, you don't take it.
It's fine. This is what I went through. This is how I dealt with it. This is what my friend went through, and this is how they dealt with it. And I thought it was a great idea. And then my process, it's not that difficult because I'm writing about the real.
So the real is happening all the time. So,
and then the other thing, even though it's motivation, I know most people are attracted to trauma. For them to be attracted to your book, you must have went through hell.
You must have this tragic story. Oh my word.
And then I'm trying to also drive the narrative.
Get away from that stereotype.
How about you get a happy person to talk to you about happiness? Why do you need somebody who went through black and black and blue, you know, grace and all of that, and then before they can say, oh, finally, then this is how I how about we, not that my life is perfect, I've went through hell and back, but then I chose,
let's not make that the center of attention,
you know what I mean? Or if you want happiness, you must seek happiness in happy people or happy situations. Why do you want trauma before happiness? Why do you have to validate your happiness through all of that? So it's very easy for me. We're sitting here, we're having a conversation. I'm telling you, I can write a 50-page book right now about this conversation. You know, that's how I am. And then when I write, believe it or not, something just takes over. When I sit down, I don't have a structure. I choose books. After my first book, I wrote 5 titles and I said, these are gonna be my titles, and I'm not gonna change it. And I went and I printed a banner.
All of them.
I printed a banner and I put it there. So my titles were already there.
That's
when I was
so nice.
And then
you see planning.
My titles were there. And then with my titles, those were my guidance. And my books, you can actually read chapter 9 and go back to read chapter 1. And then read chapter 5.
So there's no sequence.
There's
it's
no
like
sequence. It was also inspired, like I have to give credit where credit's due. The Secret.
Okay.
The book The Secret, I mean, you can read any chapter depending
you can
on what you're
start
going through.
anyway.
You can start anywhere. So the same thing with my books, even though there's a story that is flowing there,
Yes.
but then in terms of points that I'm making, you can start anywhere. You can go to a chapter where it's talking about planning.
Yeah.
And then after planning, you think, I want execution.
Yeah.
Instead of going through the planning, putting the plan into motion, and then you just go there.
Yeah.
And then when you're struggling there, you can go back, okay, how do I put it in motion? How do I note it down? How do I jot it down? So with writing, it's just, with me, this is where I'm very free spirited when I'm writing. I'm not so super organized. I just go with the flow, and then after that I just put everything together,
and you're just like, oh, okay, whoa.
Yeah, this will flow with this must come first.
Yeah, you put it in a neat pile.
Yeah, so when I'm writing, that's how there is no formula to my writing. Passion is what drives me. That's what I can say.
Cool. Yeah, let's go to the ads and we'll be right back. Sure. Okay. Almost done, guys. Imagine. Please.
To bespoke individual private events.
It makes my job so much easier, hey? It makes I can just sit here and be like, yes. I don't even have to.
And she doesn't like it when people do that. When you go, and she's like, are you really listening to? Sometimes I zone
No,
out.
that's why you must interject. You must, and that's why, yes, you can't just, no, you must.
Come on.
She will come back from work and put her bag there and talk for an hour straight. And you're like, don't you know your PJs?
Like, aren't we changing? Like, get comfortable first, and then, we'll just.
And then yet, when I keep quiet, it's a problem.
Exactly.
Are you okay? I'm like, I'm just chill.
No, the problem is, when something happens, we complain. We're like, yeah, Maro, why we rabana? But then when you don't do it, it's like, baby, are you fine? What's up? And it's like, what do you want from me?
I do that.
Pick one.
Choose.
Like, hello, I'm one person. Okay, guys. 15 seconds.
The next segment.
The next segment is basically telling us what is in your books. So, and then occasions by V.
Am I allowed to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, you are.
Where is it?
Okay. Yeah. But it's not far. How to by that door you go like this. You go like this. You go left. On your left there's a door. Before we are cool. On your left there's a door that goes into the bathroom. I'm not sure if there's tissue, so just ask there. Okay, up next. Yeah, basically what's in your books, where can we get them, tell us more about your prospective charity, because I saw you want to venture into like charity work, and then occasions by V, what's that all about, then contact details, then we're done. Welcome back, guys. Sure, my heart is breaking because we only have about 10 or so minutes left of the show, and yeah, I wish we had more time, but it is okay. We'll bring you back again. I think we should. We'll have another sit down and we'll call it the talk. But yeah, guys, I hope you've been enjoying the show so far. As you know, I am me again, Fisser, here with Miss Della Foods and Auntie V, and we are basically talking about Auntie V, basically where she came from, how she got into writing, what is the process of her writing, and all of that. Let us know how you feel. Of course, our WhatsApp line is 064 119 6071, or Facebook, Port FM 88.2. On Twitter, we are Port_FM. On Instagram, we are Port FM 88.2, or just stream us live on portfm.com. Like I said, we don't leave comments untouched. So there's a comment here that says, "Ooh, I am dancing to this song. Ladies, you make me think of my 40th birthday. Love this song. Love you loads, gal." So moving right along. I don't want to waste too much time talking. So your top 2 books that I saw on your website that you highlighted was point of view, my perspective, and point of view, my perspective elaborated. So tell us more about these books. What do they mean to you? And sort of sneak peek inside the books.
Okay, the books, how they're divided. The first one is just it's sort of like a huge index of what all the books are all about.
Yeah.
So the second, and then the third one is on love, and relationships, then family relations.
Okay.
So all of them, the first chapters on in all of my book, it's about looking inwards, because for you to be somebody's partner, you must understand yourself
first.
love yourself, and
Well, what are
then
you gonna tell the next person if you
exactly,
don't know anything about
you need to know
yourself?
what is it that you are expecting, and then what is it that you want and how you want it, and then also what are you gonna be given, you know, as a person. And then after that, it goes into, are we talking about love, are we talking about relationships, are we talking about family relations as well. So my books, they go like that, all of them. But then the last book that I brought into studio is redefined, because remember I went through divorce.
Yeah.
It was a long marriage, and then it was divorce. But then now I'm talking about love. I'm talking about knowing yourself, being the best version of yourself. But
Yeah.
you're getting divorced.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean, girl? What you trying to
are you
tell
sure?
us?
Like,
Yeah.
I'm counting on you to save my marriage.
Yeah. What do
And
you?
can't say that.
Yeah.
So with that one, I still stem, you know, at that point, yeah, I still believe in love.
Yeah, regardless of what you went
you know,
through,
we
yeah.
might not have been compatible, or maybe we're in each other's lives for a reason or a season.
For that time.
For that time. And I do not hate love. I do not hate my ex-marriage and my ex. You know, I don't hate any of that.
And
It
like
was a
I said,
journey.
sorry to like jump in there, but in the previous hour we're talking about love. What is love and what does love mean to you? And I did make a point that just because you and this person are not together anymore doesn't mean you're enemies. Doesn't mean you must now jab at each other all the time. Doesn't mean you must hate each other. You can still be civil. You can still be two normal people in the world. You don't have to now Facebook.
Must go to mass.
No, there's really no need. And it doesn't mean now there's a thing because you're civil. No, it just means you're two adults who moved on, and it's fine.
And it's okay. You know, it's okay if it doesn't work out. Something was not working out, and it's like God is like, you're soulmate is still waiting. So you're wasting your time.
Girl, we are here for it. We are here for it. Just so quickly, take us through your prospective charity, because I saw you want to go into charity work. So let us know what all that is about, and when like sort of an estimation as to when you will launch that the charity.
So what I do with charity, I do it informally, because it's something that I'm doing for myself.
Yes.
It's not something that I'm doing to get recognition for it, or I'm doing
to
it
show people,
whatever. Every single year, what I've also taught my two boys is that if something doesn't fit you, you wash it and you put it away.
Yes.
And then I see that most big companies or people, when they're doing charity work, they go into homes and everything. I feel like even though they are still in need, but then there are more people that we are overlooking. You know, if I drive around, I was telling Baby the other time that, you know, if I drive around and I see village of shacks and whatever, sometimes I just go in, I just drive in. If I see a kid, I'm like, hey, where do you stay? And then if they're the same age as my sons, I'm like, where do you stay? Show me your home. And then we go there, and then I go there and I do them, no, I saw your boy outside, I want to bring him close, is it okay? They're second and they're not brand new. And then I adopt the family for the year.
And I like you saying, is it okay? Because guys, what we're forgetting is at the end of the day, they are also people. You know, this thing of invading people's privacy just in the name of you wanna help, it's not on. It's not on. Ask if it's okay. Ask, can I take a picture? If you wanna take a picture, can I give you these clothes? You know, some people, not everybody wants to be helped. You know, not everybody can accept help. So what you mean, declaring that boundary and making sure that you and this person are in an understanding before you go and do something, it's very important, because people just go in and
just go in. A person will give you money, and then now they have a camera.
you're like, seriously,
dude, I'm down.
Yeah.
Why are you doing
Why you?
this?
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
that's.
So I really ask for permission.
Yes.
And I don't just barge in and feel like, oh, I'm money.
Yeah.
I can do this. No.
Because you're helping them,
You know what I
then you
mean?
can do as you
Yeah.
please.
I
Yeah.
go in and then I ask, are you okay? Do you think, is it okay for me to assist
do this?
you
Yeah.
once in a while? And they're like, okay. And then for a year or 6 months to 12 months, I adopt a family. I give them
Yes.
clothes from, passed down from my kids. And then I make sure I give them good quality clothes. I
Yes.
don't give them the rags.
Another thing. Another
Like,
thing, my mother, I make reference to this woman so much because she's such an inspiration to me. She does the same thing. She taught us from young age that if you don't want something, especially toys, I mean, children love toys. If you don't want something anymore, let me know, then we go. And she went with us to the orphanage, and we saw how happy this makes people. And there was no pictures
remember
or videos.
that feeling. Remember how you felt.
Exactly. And now we want to do it willingly. Back then it was like, why must I give these people my clothes? But now it's like a thing that you're like, mommy, when are we going to the orphanage? And we spend a day there. We play with them. We eat what they eat. We bring whatever we can. And my mother always says, if you are not gonna wear it, why do you expect the next person to wear
Exactly.
it? If you don't want to wear this pants, yummy bobo, why do you expect another child to wear it? It's not fair, guys. They're human at the end of the day. They are people as well.
Can you imagine if you lost your wallet and then you ask me like, yo, sis, you know what? I need just 20 rands to get home. And imagine me taking out a phone and giving you the 20 rand, and then taking a video and then putting it on Facebook, making content like, yeah, I helped this lady today. No, you don't.
I'm
do
the
that.
best human alive.
Yeah. So with my charity work, guys, you're not actually gonna see
anything.
Yeah.
And that's okay because you're doing it for you and your God.
And then when I do school drives, I'm very passionate about foundation.
Yes.
So what I do is that I didn't do it this year. What I do is like I buy stationery. I put part of my bonus. I put it away. I bonus in November. Please don't call me in November.
I'm gonna hit you like Auntie Val. What's good, girl?
And then when I do the stationery for the kids for January, and then I would buy a few extra more. I would go to those China malls where they sell in bulk.
Yeah.
But I do choose quality that I would give to my kids as well as the ones that I would use. So what I do, I buy stationery for the class, not for kids.
Yes.
Because some kids, they take a ruler, they go home, their sister or whatever, they are all needy in the house, and then sometimes I cannot afford to buy for 30 kids.
Yes.
And then that is just one class. Remember, grade 1 can have, or grade R can have 3 or 4 classes. So what I do, I buy stationery for the class. I buy 2 staplers, one for the boys, one for the girls. I buy maybe 5 rulers they can pass around. But then the rubbers and everything, I just buy them in bulks. And then I teach them to share. Not everybody
also,
is, you're not fortunate.
Exactly.
I'm not about to preach that to you.
Yes.
So what we need to learn is to share.
Yes.
Whatever we have, let us share. So in my lack of having enough funds, I'm also driving that thing. We need to share, and then we don't need to all be less fortunate. If somebody's fortunate, let us help each other. So for those ones, sometimes I put them up, but then I don't put the kids. I will shoot the school, and then I will shoot what I have bought.
Yes.
But you will never see the kids. If I invite friends to do the drive with me, you'll see me and my friends.
Yes.
But in the school, but you will not see the
everything
kids,
else. Yeah.
Because I respect that, and then I know how it is. Tomorrow, this child does something wrong, steals at a shop, and then they're on the news, and they'll be like, "Oh, I recognize this face."
Yes.
And then now
it's
you're in
really,
diva, you are so you respect people's privacy, and then you also respect because they're just going through hell.
Yes.
You don't have
and
to
they don't
make it
need
worse.
you to
No, they don't need that.
Guys, we need to now run. We're coming to the end of our show. On top of the next hour, we have our news, and our next show is the Kasi Drive with KG Gaga. So just to wrap it up, where can we contact you guys if we need your services, or if we just want to say hi? Let us know, like your socials and all that.
All right. So on all social media platforms except Twitter, because I don't understand Twitter. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Delangosi SA.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
Okay, with me it's a list.
Okay,
No,
girl.
but then just go to www.occasionsbyv.co.za. That's www.occasionsbyv.co.za. That's where you can get my contacts. You can navigate through to my pages. But then otherwise, you can also Google me.
Girl.
You can Google me.
Okay.
It's Mapaka Valerie and then hyphen author. Then you can see my articles, newspaper articles, features, and so forth. Okay. And then also you can find my website. So yeah, that's how you can get a hold of me.
It was lovely to have you guys, and I'm sorry that we need to now rush out, but I hope you guys enjoyed being here as much as I enjoyed having you.
Thank you so
And
much.
to the listeners at home, the Midday Mellow family, I am me again, Fisser, your host with the most, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show as much as I did. Yeah, we have to bolt now, so we out of here. Bye.
Bye.
Sure.
Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me.